Hi there, thank you for joining me on the Passionative podcast, where we talk about following your passion, creativity, and doing what you love. This is your host Sagar Mehta, and today I want to talk about how to find your passion if you don't know what your passion is or where to start looking for it. Follow your passion, do what you love. That's the mantra you're going to find all around you. It's in self help books, blog posts, forum discussions, and in the news. If we pay attention, it may seem as the whole world secretly agreed that jobs and work are the devil, your boss is the villain, and happiness will only come when you drop everything and start doing what you really love to do. Whether you believe that is true or not is completely up to you. But if you feel that you are stuck, if you feel you need something more from life, if you want to find meaning, if you are frustrated with what you are doing, but you cannot give up on it because it pays the bill, then following your passion is the way to go. And no, you don't need to quit your job for it. But what is your passion? Some people are lucky. They have always known what they would really love to do, and though life may have put them into situations where they cannot do that, they always have this something to get back to if they could. All of us are not that lucky. Many of us know we want something more out of life, but don't know where to look or what to look for. We don't know what our passion is and don't know how to find it. And if you've looked long enough and haven't found it, all the talk about doing what you love starts to seem like hogwash. It is almost as if everyone is telling you to follow your passion but wouldn't tell you what it is or where you can find it. There is some advice that is always floating around about finding what you love by looking at things that you used to enjoy in the past. This could be some hobby you had, or something you learned, or anything that was part of your life until real life got you, or you left it for whatever reason. Now, if you've tried to go that way and taken up things you used to like or be good at, then you more than likely came back disappointed. You find that you are either not as good at it anymore or you simply don't enjoy it as much as you think you would. This is completely normal. Something that you have been out of touch with for a long time will never give you the same joy it used to give you before, at least not right away. So, I want to share how you can find what your passion is and really start doing what you love. The first step, stop trying to find your passion. The first step is to simply stop trying to find what your passion is and stop trying to find something you love to do. Love is a strong, big word. It's loaded with pressure. It's a commitment, one that is supposed to last a lifetime. Sitting where we are, we can never say what we would love to be doing way into the future. This is the first mistake we make. We try to find something we are passionate about before we actually start doing it. Love is a process and not a thing. What people like to call love at first sight is actually like at first sight, and love only happens after the process has run its course. When you have done something long enough, a moment comes where you start to find it important and meaningful in a way that it wasn't when you started out. This is why some people are able to go back to their passion. It's because they have already spent some time with something they liked to do and they know they will enjoy it if they go back to doing that again, even if they have forgotten the skills that they built around it. The keyword is the word like, and that's the second step. Step two is simply find what you like. What do you like to do? What did you used to like? What things gave you some happiness, some joy, some fun when you were a child or a teenager? What things matter to you today? What do you like to do now? As you think about this, you will come across a number of things that you like to do. You will see that once you remove that pressure that the word love brings with it and replace it with the friendly gaze of like, you will simply cast a wider net and find hints and clues in all sorts of places. Take the time to think about this. A lot of times, things we used to like are simply forgotten, stuck in some sort of warp zone inside our brains. You may have to go through some of your old stuff, ask your family or friends, or just sit down and think really hard on this to find things you like to do. And by the way, don't be discouraged if you find that all your childhood the only thing you really liked was playing your video game. It's completely alright. And honestly, there are ways to turn that into your passion too. Just look up PewDiePie on YouTube to get a taste of this. Here's a quick trick. Remember the dreams you used to have about life. Try to recall the dreams you used to have about life. We all think about what we would like to be when we grow up or what we would like to be doing when we grow older. Those dreams are great clues about where we wanted to go before life decided a route for all of us on its own. If you always dreamed about being in a band, that's a clue. If you always dreamed about writing a book that had fans around the world, that's a clue. If you dreamed about one day having your paintings in an art gallery, that's your clue. If you dreamed about one day giving a talk about motivation, willpower, and following a passion, hey, that's your clue to finding something you may like to do today. Be careful though, those dreams were in your past, and the first thing you will think of right away as you remember them is that that isn't what I want to do, or I don't want to go through all of that now, or I don't have the time for that anymore, or I can't be that person now. It's okay, you're not looking for dreams that you can achieve today. You are only looking at those dreams so that you can find what you might like to do today. Your journey will be different than what those dreams were about, and we are only using it as a starting point for finding your true calling. Take the time to write down what you find if you need. Let those ideas roam around in your mind. Don't pick anything yet, just find things you could choose from. When you've done that, we come to step 3, the final step, and that is start the process of passion. The third and final step is for you to figure out a way to turn that, whatever you like, into your passion. And here is how. Think about your passion as a connector. Your passion is not what you do or what you create, it is simply a connector. Your passion is something that connects what you like to do with what you want to share. You will find passion when you take what you have always liked and share it with the world in a way that makes sense to you. And this can happen in a variety of ways. Let's say you were really into computers and programming and you might want to get back into it. The ability to code is simply a connector. Being able to code lets you create software that matters to you. Being able to play the guitar is a connector for creating or performing music that is important to you. Being able to speak in public is a connector that can help you share your message with a large audience at a time. Being able to write is a connector for you to share ideas close to your heart with others. Let's pick another example. Let's say you were really into ice skating as a child. You probably even attended classes and you were getting somewhere before you eventually had to quit. Now, not all of us will have the gumption and courage to go back into ice skating professionally. If you can do that, that's simply amazing and goes to show that you spent enough time with your art back then to know now that you will love it if you go back. But what if you can't, like the rest of us? Think about this. If you like ice skating, can you find great videos of ice skating performances? Can you analyze them and share that with people who may be interested? Can you hang out at a forum of people where people ask ice skating related questions and help by sharing your experiences? Can you do a YouTube video blog with you talking about ice skating history, competitions, and so on? Don't try to answer back with a resounding yes to any of that, though it's great if you can. Say to yourself, maybe, and start there. If we cannot do something, we can still share it with the world, and that will give you immense happiness as you discover that there are others out there who want to listen to you. The biggest selling point of this idea is that very less would need to change in your regular daily life to accommodate this, and you'll still find it equally gratifying. What I'm getting at with these examples is that you only need to find a connector and take what you like and put it back into the world. Whether that means you doing what you used to like again or simply sharing what you like and love about it, you will find passion and a sense of meaning in both. And now, a bonus step: enjoy the process. When you're sharing things about what you like or love with the world, you are starting a process to find your passion, or to be honest, to discover a passion. Your first steps won't make your passion come back. They will only start you on the way to discovering what really interests you. And somewhere you will find that connector to connect what you like with sharing it with the world. Start as small as you need. If all you can do right now is start a Twitter account to share your thoughts about something, or just share stuff to your Facebook timeline, do it. Remove the pressure. Do anything necessary to start, and trust me, your true calling will come calling. As they say, start. Just start. I really hope that this simple 3 step process of finding what you used to like and then connecting it with a way to share it with the world helps you find your passion and what you really love to do. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Passionative podcast. I'm always happy to hear from you about your passion, your struggles, and your challenges. Simply go to Passionative.co and let's get talking. This is your host Sagar Mehta signing off. Stay awesome.